What's going on, everybody? It's RayD-TCG.
Hello.
Back at you live with our good friend Thomas, who is also on a separate announcement. He's going to be a part-time member of the channel. He's going to be helping me out with the upcoming Master Duel Ladder Climb. He's helping me get my Archmage deck together. So shout out to him for that.
Oh, yeah.
And he's wearing the special pink hoodie. So that may have been your good luck charm today, huh?
Oh yeah, maybe.
But with that being said, he went undefeated here at Sunday Locals, so we're about to do a deep dive into his deck and find out what made it so powerful. So Thomas, give us a little rundown of what you were playing today.
So I was playing Elfnote White Forest Azamina.
Ooh, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we take a look at it, see what made it so good today.
Oh yeah. So first we'll just start with the Elfnote cards that I was playing. So you've got the one Elfnote Power Patron, one Elfnote Fortuna, two Elfnote Tinia, and then three Lucina. These ratios, Lucina's a really good starter. Can search any of these. You really want to open Tinia if you can, but I decided to cut her to 2 just because I wanted to make space for the other engines in the deck. Everything worked pretty well. I might bump this up to 2, but as of right now, 1 is perfectly fine. And then we have the White Forest cards. So I wanted to play a Stellar, but I just decided to cut it just because I wanted more consistency. So we're playing 3 LZ, the one Azamina LZ, the Brucia and Sylvie, and then Deebly's the White Witch, Diabellstar Vengeance, and then 2 Diabellstar. I'm running 2 Diabellstar for this because I'm on the new Dark Magician card, and I'm also on the Silvera Banish Negate, so I kind of needed 1 to banish and then 1 to be able to send for the trap. But as far as the White Forest cards go, this being at 1 is fine, Vengeance being at 1 is fine. These 2 being at 1, I might bump Sylvie up to 2 just to have an additional starter, but as of right now, it's perfectly fine, and Elzette did exactly what she needed to all game. Good. Every single time I saw this card, I pretty much knew I was going to win the duel. And then as far as hand traps go, I was running 3 Ghost Mourner. I'm probably going to switch these out for 3 Forbidden Droplet instead. Mourner didn't really do as much as I wanted to, and I didn't have to go up against Radiant Typhoon, which is mainly why it was in here. So I'm probably going to cut those. But then I was on 3 Thulos, and then 3 Ash Blossom. Pretty standard. Moving on to the spells and traps. First off, we have our kind of like Azamina stuff. We got the Hollowed, the 3 Wanted, and then the Deception. Again, pretty standard. It's all you need to be able to play the Azamina cards. Gets you a free Omni Negate.
They're all very searchable too.
Oh yeah. And then also, this going into a Dark level 6 is very, very important for this deck to make Chaos Angel. And then for the White Forest cards, we have 1 of the Field Spell. I know a lot of Elfnote White Forest decks are on 3 of Witches. I cut it to 1 just because I wanted to fit more non-engine into the deck. But if you want extra consistency, definitely running this at 3 is plausible. And then you have the 1 Tails, 1 Abyss, and then you have Phila and Curse. These are to be able to go into your Diabellstar Vengeance. She's an amazing interruption on your opponent's turn, being able to cheat out Tuner Synchros. It's really beneficial. And as I said, we're on the Silvera for an additional Omni Negate. And then for the Elfnote spells and traps, we're on the Rhapsidia, as well as Welcome Home. We do side deck the Aristia, mainly for going first, in order to negate evenly matched. So we are playing it. I do think that it's a card worth playing, that's why I wanted to mention it. And then the last card is the Gaze of Timaeus. It's just a really cool card. I love Dark Magician, so I wanted to throw it in, plus it's really good. Then as far as the extra deck, we've got Poplar the White Forest, Diabell, Silvera, Rasilia. These are all your White Forest synchros. Again, really standard. This is probably what everybody's going to be playing if they're on White Forest. Then I've decided to run Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Realistically, this could be anything else. I mainly just put it in there as another form of interruption. It's pretty easy to go into 7s in the deck, so he's in there. We got Zaylin. This card came up really good today. Being able to negate the first card in the chain link is extremely strong. When they go Branded Fusion, for instance, if you're able to chain your Wanted, you are then able to chain Zaylin in order to negate the Branded Fusion, which is very, very strong. Happened today. Then we've got the Elfnote Seraphim. This is the only Elfnote synchro that I'm running. It's really all you need. Janora is a little bit too difficult to get into in this deck, unfortunately. I wish I could play it. Then we got Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Chaos Angel. This card is a huge crux of the deck. Just a light dark protection is very, very difficult for a lot of decks to out right now. And when you add the Diabell monster as well, it makes it where your monsters can no longer be destroyed by battle or card effect, which is extremely difficult for a lot of decks to out nowadays. Following that up, we've got Xing Ying. He's just a generic Synchro 10. Unfortunately, they took Baron from me, so this is kind of the replacement for that.
Still a good card, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. The interruption is really good. Not that it comes up that often, but if it does, then it's there. Then the Snake Eyes Vengeance Dragon. This is mainly in here to go off of the popular White Forest. However, you can straight up synchro it with Silvera or Rasilia and one of the Elfnote monsters, which I actually had to do today. It came up and won me the game, so definitely a good card.
Yeah.
And then for the Azamina monsters, it's just Murasalago and Illusilvia. These are really all you need. They give you the interruptions that you need, give you follow-up, extenders, things like that. Plus, them being 6 makes a Light Dark Chaos Angel really easy to go into. And last but not least, we have the Dark Magician of Destruction. This card is so cool. He just looks awesome. The summoning condition is extremely easy when you're running Diabell Star. And being able to search the Gaze of Timaeus in order to go into our Dragoon makes this end board ridiculous. 2 Droll and Lockbird. It's just good for a lot of decks right now. I don't really have to say much about Droll. Same thing with Perulia. I was main deck in the Fuas. This will come up just as much against a lot of other decks, so definitely a strong card. Then, as I said, we're siding this for going first, especially up against evenly matched. This can, as long as you control 3 Elfnote monsters, you can negate a spell or trap your opponent activates. And then we are siding Woes. This mainly because this deck doesn't do well into Droll and Lockbird at all. It's pretty much the only hand trap that really kills it. So siding a copy of this for going first makes it where if I search this and I do get Drolled, it's less impactful.
Right. You still have some. You still have some way to interrupt the opponent on a.
Exactly. And then same idea with Droll being really difficult for this deck to out. We're running 2 Salesman. I just couldn't find the 3rd copy, but realistically I probably want 3. Just calling Droll, calling the Mulch Armies if you don't think they have Droll, things like that, or if you can play through it. Definitely a really, really good card. Call by the Grave and Herald of the Abyss. 2 more 1-ofs just for...
This is a funny card.
Oh yeah.
For outing the Pearly Towers monster.
Yep, any towers really is why he's in there. Being able to thrust into this is really, really nice, and just kind of get rid of things that normally you wouldn't be able to out. Then we got Feather Duster, the triple tack, and then 2 thrusts to round it all off.
Heck yeah, man. Well, that was a pretty cool deck list you got there. You have any shout-outs you want to make?
Shout out Ray, for sure. I'm glad you guys are watching the channel.
Wait, can I say something?
Also, make sure that you tune in for the Art Mage playthrough. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm sure he's going to do great with it.
But, all right, that'll be it for this deck profile. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Pass turn.